Good deal. About a minute early. Let me get my stuff together here. Good to go. Let me check the sound. Yep, we're good.
Have you told VP?
I'm live, baby. Okay. Hello, everyone. Say hello in the chat. I'm getting a couple things together here. Give me a second. There we go. Hello, Chris. Chris from Down Under. Yeah, I think my phone's off. Thanks all for coming. All right, we got a few people in here already. You can see building. There's Gwen. Hello, Gwen. Hello, Vern. Great to see you. Hello, Kayleen. Hi, Amy. Stephanie. Yay. Amy, hey, y'all. Good deal. Hello, Roxanne C. from Atlanta. Good deal. Well, thanks all for tuning in to Sunday Evening with Roxanne. Hello, Jan. From Mo, Missouri. I think it's Missouri. Is that Montana? No. Yeah, Mo's Missouri, right? I think it is. It's not. Is it Mo or Montana? Let me know. Roxy, it looks good on you. Thanks, Kayleen. I like it. Hello, Deb. Why not? Julieta, hi. Velasquez from Denver. Corey's up there in Maine. Look at you all from everywhere. Yep, Missouri. Perfect. All right. I wanted to do two things tonight. I have an idea I want to talk to, but I want to cover my classes I got coming up. So I want to go over that because they're going to start Tuesday, and then I'm going to talk about an idea, two ideas. But let me go over the classes for the people that are still maybe thinking about it, kind of on the edge about it. And let me look. I'm sharing the screen now with you guys. Good. And what I want to show you, the Ascension classes, I just wanted to go over this. If you'll pardon me, if you're hanging in there with me, just let me get through this for the students that want to possibly join. So the Ascension classes are 10 years of my work that I put down in a form, a curriculum idea that's progressive. The first one doesn't, the second and third and fourth, you got to start from the beginning. And that's the most important thing with all the students I've had over the years and the sessions I've had, putting it all together, you start to notice the patterns and you put them together. And that's what these schools I came up with. And I highly, highly recommend them if you really want to understand what this entire game is about. Okay. So the schools are a month long. Okay. Each school. The first school is the School of Recognition. Each school is $150 for the month. Depending on how many weeks, it could be 4 weeks or it could be 5 weeks, just depending on the month. So the School of Recognition, the school's vision is to instill the initiate, which is you guys, the unwavering knowing of creation, their part in creation, and to realize the insight that gives them the fundamental foundation to discover themselves. So what are we recognizing? A, we're recognizing ourselves as God. Never, ever discount that. Not up here. You got to know it in here. You got to know it right fucking here. That you are God, you are eternal, you are I am. And we'll show you tools and ways and understandings how to validate without the external validation or the complementary validation or the reflection of the universe saying, hey, you are that. You got to know it in here. And recognition is also for absolutely recognizing your own truths. Everything is about truth. The only reason why anything is happening right now in your world The only reason anything is happening right now in your world is because of your truths. That's what you got to realize. I'm going to flip something real quick to check something. Yep. Okay. So those are the school of recognition, to recognize your truths. Those are your beliefs. You have a knowing truth and a belief truth. They're both true because all truths are truth. Everything in creation is reality. It's all real. There's no fake. There's no false. There's all existence to what becomes true. And your accordance with those truths create your reality, create your experience, your interpretation, your attraction. So recognition. Second school, transcendence. This is where you mature. Listen to me. This is where you mature. You're not caught up in the antics of a child. Look at the maturity of humanity. Look who's leading our countries, our world. People that are fighting over religions and he said, she said, lying, stealing, cheating. These are kids on a playground trying to find a teacher to tell on them. Except they have guns and violence to enforce it. There must be a representation on this planet of other. You can't keep representing polarity and expect this entire species to ascend. It has to be represented through light workers, light bearers, that show them they can transcend their truths into an internal truth, an eternal, internal, unconditional, I am truth about the nature of the unconditional love self. And that takes this awake to recognize this fractal, to transcend those truths and allow room for Creator to return. I am to return, the nature of you to return. School of transcendence, very difficult. Hurts. Recognition, brutal honesty, it's mine, ownership of these things. So that's the school of transcendence. Provide a process to transcend the core beliefs of the fractal personality. Fractal personality, not the persona. Persona is I am. Personality is here. I am not God, and here's what I think I am. Your culture, your beliefs, your religion, your moms, your dads, your authority. We give you support. You get one-on-ones with me. We give you skills to cope with these transcendence emotions. We have groups. We have members. Members of the previous classes get together, talk to each other, okay? Because we know what we're all going through. School of Vibrational Master. That's a vibrational tactician, as I call it, vibrational mastery. What that school does is you start to discern frequency in yourself. You can tell when something is lackful and what is holy slipstream, I am. And you can start to sense these vibrations in others' emittance. So when someone's bullshitting yourself, hey, that's your belief system. You're bullshitting me. And you can recognize those. But you also go to a deeper sense of interpreting reality through your own vibrations before your thoughts get to them, your reflective thinking mind of interpretation. You feel it here before it gets up to there. You know it before it happens in the idea of time. Because we know we're now, and then our mind interprets now, and 1 second later we have the experience. But we're going to know it before. And we're not going to interpret it the same because we're not using the same interpretative skills, beliefs, truths, or veils. We're not going to use those truths. We're using new truths. So vibrational tactician is absolutely incredible. This is where all the fun of this starts to happen. Understanding how to navigate your reality with the internal truth of yourself without using a memory truth of humanity to measure, interpret, and act in accordance with out of that truth instead of the internal. And you will discern between the two selves because there's only two in here. There's one in all, but you got a fractal up here, and that's your separated self. And you're going to learn those two differences. And the persona development class is bringing God out, bringing I am out. And that's what I wanted to talk about. One thing right after I talk about this, one thing I have tonight about persona development. This school encourages the support of the nature, the natural self to be known. taking risks, taking chances, saying the things your heart says, not your mind, avoiding things, saying no to things you know your heart says no to, but your obligation says yes to. And you say no to learn that persona, to know who you are, to see there are no consequences if you're choosing the internal self. The versions of people that you create in your reality are based upon the version of vibration that you're putting out. But you got to get past those, okay? So these are the schools. Again, they start this Tuesday. School of Recognition, a month long, 150. The next school, another month, 150, and so on for the other two schools. Take a look at them. If you have any questions, give me an email. Contact me. All right, I'm back. Hi. So let's get on with what I wanted to talk about tonight. So I got this idea about, you've all heard sowing and reaping, right? You must sow and you must reap, right? Hello, Lucia. Hello, James. Good to see you. I still have my class recordings from way back. Awesome. Yeah, I got a lot of classes. We had those slide classes for years. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about reaping. What I noticed is a belief system in humanity. Now, observe it. If you're patient enough or diligent enough to observe it, not only in yourself but other people. When you have the means to reap what you have sown, how many people do not take it? Now, you got to understand what this does to your vibration if you're not going to take what is yours. You have to take what is yours. And what is yours is in front of you. It is offered. If you're not reaping, you're not evolving. I noticed a lot of people, they get those things and they don't understand why they're there, or they have to put logic or reason behind them. I have to put a reason why this is there, a reason why I need or I can take this, or I can purchase this. There was an alien sculpture today, and I am an alien freak. I love Alien. I saw the movie when you weren't supposed to see the movie, you know. I was too young to see it, and I saw it. And ever since then, I've been in love with the movie Alien and Aliens 2 and Prometheus and what was the other one? The Covenant? Was it Covenant? Yeah, the one. Spacely, I've only seen it a couple of times. I've seen Aliens and Aliens 2 and the other ones, and AVP and Predator 2. And I love Predators. I got Predators up there, you know, and there was a sculpture in this shop today that me and Tommy went to over at this. They were having a fair, and there was
2017
Alien Covenant, right? So I love these movies, and there's this black alien, you know, and sometimes they have different color ones, but usually they're the dark midnight black and beautiful, and he's on top of an egg, and he's standing. He's the original alien with the things in the back, not the dog alien or anything like that. It was a classic alien, and it was $1,200. It was $1,200, and I was like, damn, you know. And of course, it's sold at this thing, so there's always a better price. There's always a better price. And hey, Tommy, go get that one painting. Yeah, I'm going to show him. Anyways, so you know, he calls the guy. I said, "What's your best deal on it?" So he calls the artist, and it's a resin. It's not sculpted, but it's not 3D printed. It's sculpted from the resin, okay? But it wasn't 3D printed, and you can look at it in the right places and tell if it is or isn't. But anyways, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. And he goes, best deal was $900 if you pay cash. So that I was worth, and I could have reaped it, but I didn't reap it. I didn't reap it because it was $900. Now, if I was going to be lackful, and not take it when my heart said take it, then I would vibrate that. Just hold it for a second, baby. Yeah. I mean, no, not yet. Just I have to understand the value of myself at that moment. I could purchase it. For me to make a $900 purchase is amazing. It just shows my evolution. Remember, I was dirt poor and I had a very, very horrible relationship with money due to my coveting beliefs, right? So now I have a completely different relationship with abundance, and I could afford it. But I didn't do it because it was just too much. I could afford it, I could buy it, but I didn't reap it because it wasn't that. So there is a discernment. There is a discernment. And you have to learn yourself on that. But when it's there, you got to take it. Now, here's something I did take that was at another shop, and it was $400, but $300 of cash. So I bought this guy. You can drop it down. So that's my little alien friend. And this is an original. It's a painting. And it's phenomenal. So I reaped that. Thank you, Tommy Jean. So I reaped that. Okay? You got to look in your heart, guys. And you got to see what's in front of you, and you must reap, because if you don't reap, you don't mature. I'm telling you, you don't mature. You keep yourself the same person when you neglect what you have created for you to experience. I'm going to experience that painting. I could have afforded it. It wouldn't hurt me, but it was not the right relationship. And my discernment, my work on myself tells me the truth. If there's another time it comes around, something like that will come into my reality. It is badass, Corey. Thank you. So I want you to guys, for God's sake, start to fucking reap. Start reaping. I mean, you really must be it. If you feel like going out to a dinner when you have food in the fridge and you're on a budget, but you want to go out and treat yourself, then go do that. Reap that moment. Because if you don't, you're not telling yourself you're worth your own creations. The abundance is always available now. It's never available in time. See, when you put a structure together in your mind of safety, security, responsibility, then you create safety, security, and responsibility. And you might be blanketed by that comfort. That's not wrong. That's human. And you will live in absolute safe, secure, and mediocre life. And your mind is going to keep selling you why you can't reap. And it may be just a silly dinner. It may be just getting up and going for a ride because you have nothing else to do and there's nothing on TV, but you feel like going for a drive. Reap the drive. It's what your heart sings that you must reap, and feed that glory into yourself in order to build and mature the worthiness and have a feeling of worthiness returned over and over and over. So you get used to that, to where you're going to want it every day. Not want the safety and the security and the mediocrity every day. You don't want that. You've got that. This is an evolution. This is an ascension. This means change. The most comfortable thing in the world is the nature of yourself, but scary as shit when you're a human. I know. We all love it. It'll be better then. It'll be better then. We'll have that then. We'll have that then. And that's just your way of being comfortable now, hopeful now, needful now. And that in and of itself is a posture. You must see that's a personality in the moment that you're continuing, because you don't reap what you've sown. You've done the work, and you must take, you must accept, you must go on that trip. You book the flight and you go, and you don't look back. Because I promise you, if you say no to yourself, you'll keep saying no to yourself. And you'll live the life you've lived in the past 20 fucking years. You all deserve better, because we're creators, we're gods. And unless we reap what we have worked on, what we have done for ourselves, then what are we doing? And it's not just material things, it's love. Love. Love yourself and show yourself the love. And maybe if you're ready to love another, you can do that as well. But you got to love you. You got to reap your own love that you've put out, and you put out this work. I've lived in a couple of different countries, quite a few actually, over the years, right? I've been around the world, right? And the one thing is I know about, and this is exclusive for Americans, we work our ass off. We know that. You go over into Europe and they go on holiday, they fucking go on holiday. Don't fucking call me anything like that. But that's not the culture. No one would call them. They're on holiday. They're taking a holiday. Here in America, in my experience, you're on a working vacation no matter where you go. They're always calling you. It's very rare. And if you go on vacation, they kind of look down on you. What do you mean vacation? Well, I'm just going to take a couple of days. Okay. We'll let you have a couple of days. The fuck you will. We have to represent that we're worthy of our time. Working for the man, the company, is just a fucking posture that you think is heroic. You're only going to end up, how about that fucking Taco Bell lady? Or is the Mickey D's lady? 20 fucking years at McDonald's behind the counter. 20 years devoted. And they gave her a fucking watch. You fucking cunts. You gave this lady a watch. GoFundMe gave her $400,000. McDonald's couldn't take a crowbar to their wallet for fucking loyalty because they're not loyal, and I don't expect them to. It's the fucking employees that are selling them that job because the fucking manager says, oh, there's a payoff at the end. If you're devoted and you're loyal, oh, you'll be rewarded. The fuck you will. You'll be out on your fucking ass, letting the younger guy come in at half the fucking pay so he can work his way up and be the cycle. Stop it. Take your time. Take what is yours. Reap because you've sown. I reap that. I bought a couple new shirts. I haven't bought, you guys watched me for the last few years, and I haven't bought any new shirts in quite some time. And I said, okay, time for a couple new shirts. It just hit me. Go up to La Cantera, went over to Macy's, got a couple of shirts. Feel good. Got my drop dead red, right? Ha! So I want to tell you that. Don't forget that. Don't forget it. When it's offered, take it. Take it. And the other thing I want to talk about, when you put yourself in a position and the universe is offering things to you, you must remember you're vibrating a plethora of frequencies. So you have different frequencies that are always putting into the vortex. You have your worthiness frequency that's never absent. You have your mindful, your beliefs. It's all going into the vortex, and you're creating all these opportunities. And your universe does one thing and one thing only. It says, what the fuck do you want to do now? It's up to you, and we don't give a fuck because we're your best friend. I'm reality, and I'm going to give you exactly what you tell me to do. So you got to be aware, masters, of your posture. So if an opportunity comes along and you have a reason for that and it has an outcome of an emotional content, and for some reason you think you'll be better then than you are now, I would say pass on that opportunity. I would say I'm worth more. Is it wrong to say I'm worth more? No, you're goddamn right it's not. You can't be selfish and you're the only one in your own universe. You're the only one home. How the fuck can you be selfish in your own universe? You're worth more. You're telling frequency, creation, your vortex, I'm worth more. Let other opportunity come. But when it's there to reap, you need to fucking take it. To tell them I am worth this, I am worth that. Okay? You're going to work through all of these beliefs and some of those things that you thought you would love and love and love, and one day you just put them down and you move on. See, everything is a journey. Everything is a stepping stone. Everything is the path to the next self. But there's no end to the path. It's just a journey of creation forever in the infinite number of rooms that we shall enter and experience, for we are God. Okay? So don't make it about a future and a reason. Feel it. If it feels wonderful right now, to stir yourself, mix yourself into that frequency and that vibration, and then start to swim in that frequency and make it your own, then go. But if your mind steps in and gives you permission, or say, yeah, that's right, it's not your mind's telling you to give you permission and like, okay, you can do that. It's saying this is a good reason. And you're saying permission from your mind, this is a good reason I should do this. This isn't a good reason. Here's why. See, I never need to justify a decision. That's something else you learn in my classes. You never justify a decision, because choice of the self is never debated or negotiated. It never needs to be defended. You've heard me say that. You can learn that. You can learn those skills themselves. Take down the fractal that's always looking for the external to validate and choose for itself. Even though it's a belief system of your memory, that's still an external. It may be 20 years ago. It might be religious. It might be a parental idea. It might be someone saying that you live by. But where the fuck are you in this picture? That's what we show you. You are the mattering here. You are the mattering. You is what creates. So you got to pay attention to how you're creating. Reap, and don't posture yourself to a lesser person. You're worth more. And you gotta show yourself that. You gotta show yourself that. Beautiful. Very good, guys. Oh yeah, we got a few more people in. Well, that's all I wanted to say tonight. Okay? I was worth that 1,200, got him down to 900. Didn't really get him, just asked him. Got to be cash. But then I felt it, and I was like, no, that's just too much for that. I love the peace. I'm not lacking it. That's how I had to discern. But that picture, the day I saw it on that wall, I was like, fucking A, I'm worth that. And the price matched. It was all a resonance. So you're going to have to learn yourself, and you're going to have to make choices. And no choice that you learn to learn yourself, no choice that you make to learn yourself is consequential. Please don't let your mind sell you there are consequences behind choices, because there is not. There is not. There's just the next reality to interpret. And if you interpret something in your idea, anything in reality, in positive or negative, then you know it's a belief system. You interpret unconditional love, it might feel positive, but it's unconditional. That means it goes beyond positivity. Then you know you're using your nature. Anyways, the schools will teach you those things if you care to join. Check out the link below to get to the Odyssey of Ascension. It's called Ascension Classes. Contact me is on there. If you have any questions, you can email me. And besides that, I appreciate you guys coming in. If you'd like to donate, you can always donate. And I'm going to put a video out this week. I thought me and Sly did a video on externalism, and we didn't. I talked about it maybe in some of my lives that's not marked. I'm going to do a specific video on externalism. You learn that in recognition, but it's important for you guys, so I'm going to put it out. Anyways, Roses and Light says, hi, Roxy. Thank you for your words of wisdom. You're welcome. Loved this. Good, Jan. I'm glad you liked it. All right, everyone. Listen, go rock your reality, as I always say. Go fall in love with you. Never deny yourself. Reap what you have sown. You deserve it. And go be God. All right. I love you guys. We'll talk to y'all later. Take care, Corys. Take care, everyone.